Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren and I'm very excited to bring you guys this video. Recently Sensus tagged me in a video called My World of Warcraft Story, where he tagged a bunch of people like Kobrak, Hotter, Cartoons, Mercado, Bajira, Sati, Bananaraku, and Hobbs, and even myself, where he talked about his World of Warcraft story, where he started, how he got to where he's at, what was his journey like, as well as some background information behind the character, as well as the channel. So you guys should check out that video in the description below or annotation on the screen. Hopefully I'll be able to put one up. And this is my tag for the My World of Warcraft story. So let's get on to telling the story of how Dalaran the Rogue came to be. When I started playing games when I was a young kid, I always enjoyed never being the hero. I enjoyed being part of something bigger. So a game like Star Wars Battlefront was awesome for me. In Star Wars Battlefront, you're either a troop soldier, a healer, engineer, a sniper, I don't even remember what the classes were back then, and you had a specific role. But you weren't the hero, you were just part of an army, and I really enjoyed that concept in a game like Battlefront. And something like this was in World of Warcraft, but it took me so long to discover because I strayed away from the game, thinking that I'm just gonna get so sucked into it. But in the end, me and my friend and my brother all tried the game, and I fell in love with it ever since. When me, my brother, and my friend all started playing the game, always made characters on a small server, all were alliance. My very first character was Erez's, the Night Elf Druid, and that was just my very first character. It was a really cool experience, and as we advanced, we even transferred servers to find better guilds, to play with other people, and do raids at higher, level and difficulty. And I even did some PvP left and right, but I was never really primarily good at PvP. I just did it kind of for fun. And at one point I wanted more out of the game, but my druid was just getting so stale. I transferred to a server that my friends weren't even on, looking for guilds that run harder variations of the raid from normal to heroic. I wanted to play with people that played at from 1200 to 1600 bracket, but that's when I was really bad at PvP. But while I wanted all this out of the game, I also was just very depressed and not entertained by the idea of the druid class. So after a while I just decided to start looking at some of the characters that I made as alts over time. The character that I stumbled upon was my rogue that I created way long ago. The character was made originally as a joke. It was like a stigma for the horde to be have the pretty race, the blood elf, so I made one just to make fun of all because they were playing the pretty race. All the cool kids back then played rogue as blood elves and all of them played as subtlety. I decided to play assassination to be different, and everybody had intricate lore-based names. If you look at the oldie Blood Elf lore, they had like Sunstrider in their name or something along those lines. So I decided to be unoriginal to keep the whole joke going and call my character Dalaran. My character Dalaran, the rogue, originally started out as a joke, but it has grown to something much more than a simple joke on a server of Warmaster Horde. I had fun leveling my character, and after leveling to full level 90, I decided to take a look at all 3 specs. And then I learned of combat rogues. 8-second stun, unpeelable killing spree. This sounds amazing for PvP, but I didn't see any guides on the internet for PvP. So I decided to do my own research. I tried different stats, different playstyles, talents, and I made guides out of my own findings. And that is how the Dalaran channel was truly started. I simply wanted to learn how to play combat, and there was no guides. So I decided to make them. For my channel, when I started making videos, I decided to make myself a simple rule. First of all, in this rule, I asked myself what kind of video I want to see on YouTube. After I give myself an answer, then I go make that video. If I can't make a video that I can enjoy, then chances are there's somebody out there in the world that will enjoy it as well. And to this day, there have been some videos that I've never released, simply because when watching them back, I simply didn't enjoy watching them. It didn't make me smile, it didn't keep me interested, and I simply never released those videos. I always looked at myself as an audience because I watch YouTube videos all the time, so I try to structure the video to that audience, and I've been doing that for the channel ever since. And I'm just glad that the channel has been growing. That's just telling me that I must have been doing something right. To this day, I'm proud to play combat. My best achievement for my rogue, I would say, would be getting 2k during the last season of MOP. Probably the first season, the only season where I had any chance of getting 2k back in Pandaria. Combat Rogue is a very underpowered spec back in Pandaria compared to how it is in Draenor. So getting that underpowered spec to 2k back then was so awesome. It was just a feeling I could never describe. It felt like the guides that was releasing were all worth the effort as seen by my PvP accomplishments. Is that feeling of surrealness of getting that underpowered spec to 2k back in Pandaria? Is that feeling of making all these guides and having some uncertainty whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I'm providing correct information or whether it's just straight up BS, and then having all these worries diminish once I got the 2k rating? I was the most surreal feeling ever, and it's just such a powerful feeling. It's hard to describe it, but that is, I think, is one of my biggest accomplishments that I'm proud of in terms of World of Warcraft and making videos and playing a Combat Rogue. And even if Combat Rogue becomes the most overpowered spec, or if it becomes completely unplayable for PvP, I still think I would end up playing it, simply because it just had this much history with the spec to this day. Man, this is a lot of nostalgia here. Alright, so this is the part of the video where I get to tag people. So, the people I wanted to tag, but Sensus already got those covered, were Banana Raccoon, Zwen, Sativ, Bajira, Cartoons, Kobrak, and Hotted. But I think I'm gonna tag people that I've known locally ever since the start of my YouTube experience. I want to tag Luxley, Haze the DK, Tirga, I think it would be great first video, Thambiel, Dan T Smoke or Dan PT Smoke, Delrizes, and Il Pilgrim. I want you guys to make a video if you want to on this tag. I think it would be cool to learn all of your World of Warcraft stories and how you guys began your WoW adventures. I also want to tag Fried Cheese, Kiwi, Hydro/Faceless, and Daggernath. Fried Cheese, Kiwi, and Hydro/Faceless all started their YouTube channels as of recent, and those guys have been showing an amazing amount of support and to the YouTube channel as well as the Twitch, and been hanging out on there often. So I want to hear you guys do the same thing as well. And I know Daggernath doesn't make videos, but Daggernath, if you can just write a novel or the comments or so of how you started playing WoW, I would love to read it, buddy. And anybody else who wants to share the WoW story and how you started, you can throw it down in the comments below. I'd love to read it. Again, check out Sensus' original video in order to watch him do his story. I thought his was pretty great. As well as watch out for anybody else, all the WoW YouTubers you guys like to watch, as hopefully this trend will pick up. Because I've had a lot of fun doing this. This is a lot of nostalgia came from here, and it's very much enjoyable. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Darren, and let me know what you think about this video. Again, comment down your WoW stories, and I'll see you guys in the next video.